Hello Capricorn, thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Valima Tarot by Renata Lechner. All of a sudden I'm questioning, like, did I say that right? Because I know it's the way it's spelled and the way it's said is different. And the supportive cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Relationship first, single second, Capricorn, good. Okay. You got Five of Wands at the bottom. Five of Wands. That's a little bit of chaos. Actually, that might make me feel a little bit better about this. Excuse me. It's going to be one of those situations that all's well that ends well. But you got a little bit of chaos here. I feel like that might be what's throwing you off a little. Considering how life goes, and it kind of is, yeah, it feels more on your partner's side. Let's just shuffle these a little bit more. I don't know why, but it feels like necessary. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling like there's chaos here, collecting some momentum, and I feel like the whole thing is when the chaos happens, you're trying to ground it. It's just not you. It's kind of like you're grabbing at air. You can't grab air. Like you're trying to grab at air, and there's just you're trying to ground the chaos. And the thing is, you just kind of gotta kind of flow with it. Which I'm feeling like you're like, I am not flowing with chaos. I will not flow with chaos. But it's like grabbing at air. You just feel like you can't get it. It seems to be on your partner's side, and I feel like, well, this is why. You got the Ace of Wands on your partner's side. They're kicking something forward. And when this goes forward, your partner has the Moon with Victory in their challenge position. I feel like they're trying to make things work out. They're moving forward. They got the Ace of Wands where they're kicking something forward. They're viewing the situation as an assured victory. It needs some more planning. The Moon is telling me they don't really have the structure or the plan behind them. They're just kind of jumping forward. It's almost like they're heading for New York and they're in Ohio and they're just like, well, I guess it's over to the east, so let's go. And you're just like, they're like, wait. Yes, Florida is also east, not for nothing. So we gotta we want to go east. Is it northish? I'm thinking from wherever I said Ohio. I'm guessing it's northish. Guessing, like if you go Florida, that's definitely east southeast. I'm guessing. My geography could be off, but you're getting my point. Like, you're just kind of like, listen, hold on. And they're just like, no, I gotta go. And they're going. I'm feeling like their momentum is very strong, whatever it is, and they're pulling you right along with them. The Eight of Swords is kind of like you're trying to get them to slow down a bit. Not working. And the Eight of Swords is telling me you're just kind of getting pulled along. Mike, are you aware that the plan isn't there? I think you are. And I don't think that's the chaos. That's why it's chaos. You're asking questions. What's next? I don't know. And you're just like, what do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? With this Eight of Wands, you got the challenge card of the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you might be overgiving to the situation. I'm getting you might need to bring some stability to it. Your partner can have success. I'm getting like, I have to be honest. This starts off, your partner's kicking it out there. They don't seem to have the plan. They feel like the victory is assured. It's not. That's in their challenge position. It's not assured. But I'm getting like you originally go along with this. You feel like you have to. It's kind of how it starts. It's kind of like a little jarring. It just kind of takes a life of its own. You're realizing your partner doesn't have a plan, and I just feel like this only goes so far before you're like, listen, hold on. Like that little kid that goes, Linda, listen. Like, no, listen. No. We gotta hone this in. Because I'm feeling you're the wheel. Oh, that is you, isn't it? That's good. And I'm saying you're the wheel in a minute, you'll understand that. you're the emperor, but you're also the wheel. I'm feeling you're that wheel too. You're like, all right, listen, we're on our way, we're going, but all right, New York is a little bit these roads will take us there. Where are we going in New York? Oh, okay, that's where you want to go. And I feel like you're not angry, but you're very dominant in the sense of like, listen, where are we going? Let me work with you on this, and we're going to have to build a plan. And you're just it's kind of like the blueprint structure, I would say. Everything is not completely defined, but you're getting the outline going on. Does that make sense? You're just like, listen, we're gonna put a plan together. You're going forward. I can't stop you. It's already in motion. I get that, but we're making a plan right now. The Emperor is like, no, we're gonna do this. It's clearly already going forward, and I'm not stopping you. But we're putting a plan in motion, and we're gonna stick to that plan. We're gonna make this work out. If you're insisting we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right, as right as we can at this point. And this is showing up on their side, the wheel. You're the wheel. You're the wheel going in their favor is what I'm seeing. Because what you're doing is like, you're honing this in. And I don't want to negate this because I feel like this is the transition. You're getting the Nine of Swords with the Joy card where you're standing. Like, you can only put up with this for so long. And I'm getting they're saying this at this point because they're just letting you know you're going to be the wheel. You're going to turn this in the right direction. You're going to get that success. They're saying don't let yourself stay in this spot where you're not happy and you're feeling like this is not what you want to do. Because the joy comes when you step up and you say, listen, stop it. Just stop for a second. We need a plan. I will help you do this, but we are going to put together a plan and we are going to stick to that plan. I'm getting that really dominant too. Like, we are going to have a plan and we're going to stick to it. Because you go from being in this like sad, like unhappy, like this is not what I want. You transform into the joy because you take control of this. You nail your partner down and you're just like, listen, we're gonna do it. Yes, we're already in motion. I get that, but we're gonna get a plan because the plan will give us success. I'm getting your partner is communicating very well. They're standing with the King of Swords, and what's making things better is the Queen of Swords. They're telling you how they feel, what they're seeing, what they want, and how they feel about it. They're thinking it through, and they're realizing that they have to kind of curtail their enthusiasm. They have to keep it together a little bit. Because I'm getting, with both of these cards, the King and Queen on their side, that's a highly intelligent, highly mature, evolved perception. Like, they know you're right. Let's put it that way. I think that's what I'm trying to get to. They very well know you're right. If they expect the success that they want to really happen, they got to go along with you, and they have to realize that this is one of your gifts to this relationship. Creating that structure, creating that stability to make things actually happen, to bring something to fruition, to hone it in. Because you're like, we can make this happen, but we need a plan, and they know you're right. They know you're right, and this is like the Two of Wands. This is them actually heading out towards their dream, whatever that is they want. They see it like spiritually. They're getting it spiritually. Like, they're gonna get what they want. They definitely have to hone it in though, and work with you to make that happen. It's not gonna be just like, flying by the seat of your pants. Nope. You're gonna have to work together. They're gonna have to work with you to get the plan together, and it's going to work out. Like, I feel like that's one of the biggest benefits of this whole situation is the fact that they're realizing, they seem like they already realize, but they're honoring you because they know that that's where their success lies. They may have the drive, the ambition, and the inspiration to go a certain way, and like the inkling or that knowledge, like, this is where I need to go, but they need you to help them get there. And what you're doing to make the situation better is the Four of Wands and the Star card. You have a lot of faith in your partner is what I'm getting. And it makes you feel better to help them get what they want, but to also be honored. And like, they're jumping off and then you're allowing it for a certain distance, but once you take control here, and it's not total control, but it's like control of the plan. Making sure a plan is made, making sure it's set into motion, and making sure it's adhered to. that is like, this is what makes things better. The Four of Wands is very much a contract feeling for me, and that's about the plan being set, put into motion, and adhered to. That's your value here, very greatly. And the hope, well, a lot of times I see the Star card as hope, to be honest with you. But in this case, I feel like it's inspiration. Like, your partner is really valuing you, and you're feeling that value, and you're helping make this happen. Like, I feel like the whole part of this reading, the whole point of it is like, don't stay in this I don't like this mode too long. Don't stay there too long. The sooner you step out of that and you grab a hold of those reins, like, it's almost like I'm feeling your partner's like driving the stagecoach, and they're just like, let's go faster, let's go faster, let's go faster. And they're like, you know, slapping the, whatever you call the reins on the horse, and the horse is going faster and faster, and you're just like, give me those reins. You're just like, give that to me. And you're just like, we're going to slow down and stop doing that to the horse, by the way. You're just like, let's calm down. Once you grab hold of it, it's still going forward. You're gonna give back the reins. I don't feel like you're gonna like hold them and make sure they stay with you, but you're just kind of gonna hold them for a moment, and you're just like, wait a minute, where are we going? How are we getting there? All this other stuff. You'll hand back the reins, and you're gonna be like, and don't go crazy. We're gonna go at a certain pace. We're not gonna run willy-nilly. Let's just take it with a grain of salt and go at the correct pace to make sure this works out. So I feel like you getting a hold of the conversation, the situation, and, you know, calming it down and putting it more into focus is really, really, like, the sooner you do that, the better this goes. The better for both of you, and your partner knows that. Done? Okay. So that's Capricorn relationship. Let's do Capricorn singles. Messages for Capricorn singles. What do we have for single Capricorns? What do we have for single Capricorns? Messages for single Capricorns. Messages for single Capricorns. What do we have for single Capricorns? Got the High Priestess at the bottom, which I wasn't going to pull at first. But I'm getting like this is going to take some finessing. This is going to be balancing of the good and the bad. What exactly does that mean, though? We'll find out soon enough. The good and the bad here. The High Priestess tends to see above the situation. She doesn't see a situation for only being good or only being bad. She sees everything like everything has its balance. There's good things to a situation and there's not so good things to a situation. It's just which is there more of and what should you do accordingly. Where are we going with this? Alright, so you got romance at the bottom. Romance is at the bottom. So I'm getting my first thought, especially with Capricorn here. Passion is not enough. Passion is not enough. I don't feel like you want to get involved in a relationship that the chemistry is there, but your life is in disarray because of it. I just feel like you can't live that way. And even if the passion is there, if you just feel like, you know, everything is out of place, if you don't know if you're coming or going, it could it could bring it right down on you. Because what I'm getting is you seem to be working with another person. You're in the get to know you phase is what I'm getting. It's not a relationship in the sense of like there's nothing official. But I'm getting past the Nine of Wands, like you're still working this out, trying to, like even the where this first started is it's almost like you knew there was some differences, and I'm getting you're trying to see like where this is going. And this is like the phase, like just before it's either you're going to make it or break it. And I feel, honestly, in this situation, you're more in control. Which is weird because of this card I'm seeing over here. But alright, that's coming through a little better. Never mind. We'll get to it. You got the Nine of Wands there. You got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom, you were really evaluating the situation and you're just trying to see, like, I really get again. It doesn't matter if the chemistry's there. If you think your life is going to go crazy or just be, like, you can't live like that. And I don't feel like you will. But because the passion is there, you're giving it some honest thought and you're just trying to find out, is this a possibility or is this just is this a no-go? Now, this is where it started. You're at that spot where you're just kind of like, am I going to do it or am I not? You got the King of Pentacles. I feel like you already know how you feel. I feel like you already... It's one of those things where I feel like you already know where you are with this. It's just kind of like you want there to be more hope here. You want to see something a little different. I feel like you already know that this doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But the passion is there. You're trying to find a way. Excuse me. You have the Moon card with the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you already know at this point this doesn't look like it doesn't look likely. But the passion is there. You don't really want to let it go just yet. So you get the Moon card. You're still hoping something will pop up. Something will just turn around and you'll be like, there's a way to make this work out. And the Knight of Pentacles is like, you're still trying. You're still going. You're still giving it a shot. I'm getting where this is going is you're soon going to realize you can make this relationship happen. You can actually curtail it to your needs even. But if you do, it's going to be a fruitless victory because I feel like it's going to take a lot of effort on your part to keep everything in line. You're going to be the structure behind it, and it's going to be a lot of pressure on you. And it's what it starts at, it's not going to get any less. If anything, it'll get more over time. And I'm getting the Five of Swords is this fruitless victory. Like, you can definitely have what you want. This relationship can happen, but I'm getting it's going to be a great strain on you. More, like, I feel like it's going to be more work than worth. I don't know how that sounds, but that's how it's coming through. And the knowledge here is like, you know it. You know it. You see where this is going, and I'm getting this seems to be from the beginning to now, or this spot in the future. You know you're going to move on from this. You're just trying to find a reason not to because the passion is there, but you're like, this person does not match your life. And I am getting that they are exiting. The Six of Swords in the environment, I feel them exiting. They seem to be accepting it. They seem to be just agreeing with you. The passion is there, but your lives don't match. Because what I'm getting here at the end, you've got the Death card, like you're ending this relationship. Like it didn't become an actual relationship, I should say, but you're ending this connection. You're not going to go into a relationship with this person. That's where I should be going with this. And then you get the King of Wands, like you're heading out into a whole new direction. You're just moving right on from it, full force. You're just cold turkey is kind of what I'm feeling here. But I'm also getting the glamour here. You still have feelings for this person, but you're realizing this is just not the thing to do. The glamour is telling me you're just it's kind of like saying, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm happy, it's all good. We ended on good terms, everybody's happy. And meanwhile, your thoughts, like the Nine of Cups with the Mermaid Seduction, like you still think about this person. The chemistry is there. And you're still thinking about this person, but you're like, no, that's not going to work. Like, I feel like part of this is like you don't want to take something that you get along now and you're nice to each other now just to realize, because I feel like the knowledge, especially pulling in from this card, you're realizing now you get along, now it seems okay, but you're feeling another thing here, like you keeping control of the whole situation constantly. Sooner or later, there's a very good chance that you're going to end up enemies because the two of you are going to get very aggravated with each other because the way you run your lives is not conducive. And by you restricting this person, I feel like, one, you get resentful, but so don't they because they don't like being restricted. And you're seeing it. You're just like, this, we're getting along now, we're friends now, but if this continues and we end up in a relationship, it's only a matter of time before we end up enemies is what you're afraid of. I feel like you're afraid of that. And that's one of the reasons you're like, I'm ending it now. I'm not going to make this. I'm not going to step forward into a relationship, and I'm not going to go back to it because I just feel like it's not. There's no longevity there. We could end. I feel like you're worried, like you could end up enemies with this person because the way you worked so differently. You could end up both being resentful of how you have to make this work. Okay, I think we're good there. Alright, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.